I read of an account of David Brainerd. You can go and check out on him. David Brainerd. He died at the age of 29. He was one of the first missionaries that went to India. When he went to India, it was said that when he went there, because he couldn't speak their language, his only dependence was on prayer. He would pray in the forest, deep forest with wild animals. And the guy would give his whole life to prayer until he caught tuberculosis and pneumonia. This man would pray all day, all night. In fact, his first program he did, a drunkard was his interpreter. Because he knew he couldn't trust the drunkard, he prayed all day. When the drunkard began to translate, they were hearing his words as a spirit. And after he was done in that meeting, there was an outpour of the Holy Spirit, and the whole place was filled with the glory of God, and they started giving their life to Christ. There were wicked people in India that wanted to kill him. So they were told that this man, that skinny man, has entered into the town and is in the forest. So they went there with clubs to go and kill him. When they opened his small heart, they saw him on his knees, groaning in the spirit and praying for their salvation. And something surprising happened. They saw a very venomous serpent that was coiling close to him whilst he was praying. The guy was so much deeply rooted in his prayer that he didn't even know a serpent was there. He didn't even know enemies had come to kill him. He was praying, and the venomous serpent rose up and looked at him face to face, got close to his lips, and the serpent went back and ran away. When they saw that, for that serpent to look at you and run, it must be God, and they began to call him God. That evening when he did the program, all of them gave their life to Christ. Hey, in fact, one time it was snowing, and this man prayed so much in the snow that he began to sweat in snow, and his sweat melted all the snow on his body. How do you pray in snow and sweat? That means your prayer must be that intense and powerful. You know his last prayer before he died? He died at the age of 29. He said, I long to be a flame of fire, continually glowing in the service and building up of Christ's kingdom to my last and dying breath. His prayer was answered. Today, his diary is what is speaking for him today. John Wesley read his diary. William Carey read his diary. And today, there was a man that read his diary and went into missionary work because of the zeal of his prayer life. Time won't permit me to speak about the Moravian brothers. These were men who condemned themselves to intercession and missions. They went into a cave and they hid there. For 24 hours a day, they were in prayer. They ran in prayer shifts. They prayed 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for over 100 years. They were the ones who bet almost all the revival we are hearing today. It was their prayer that bet it. 24 hours a day for 100 years. A man called Leonard Ravenhill. That man prayed 14 hours a day. In fact, it was said of him that when you are having a conversation with him, he can look at you